So, from one Jamaican legend in lane 2 in heat 1 to another Jamaican legend in heat 2 in lane 2. Fraser-Pryce bidding for a 5th world title at 100 metres, the 3rd fastest in history and the quickest woman in the world this year. Her longevity is staggering when you think she became the Olympic champion for the first time in 2008.
She, you know what, I love just watching her and her energy.
I know that face. He used to run against you and Thomas. I see you.
Daryll Neita. She's in lane 5. Part of that bronze medal winning quartet last year in Tokyo. She's now in that sub 11 second club, and there's a real composure to Daryll Neita. I get the feeling she's no longer running in the shadow of Fraser-Pryce, of Asher Smith. She's very definitely her own woman, and she beat Dina at the British Champs, and in some style.
That gives you confidence too, going forward.
10-day championship here at Haywood Field. It's going.
So, 11:02 for Sharika Jackson in the first heat. What response do we get from one of the greatest of all time, the defending champion, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, going in 2?
Wind speed readings at the moment are favourable for Pryce.
So many years, so many races. Those hips have swayed from left to right as she attempts to keep herself composed and focused on the job in hand. That reception tells you not only are there a fair number of Jamaicans in the crowd, it tells you there's a huge amount of global respect for Fraser-Pryce. She's in 2. G of China in 3. Clark of St Kitts and Nevis in lane 4. How many great sprinters have emerged since the days of Kim Collins? Daryll Neita, Olympic finalist last year, broken into that sub 11 second club and has done so again this year. Awolo of Sierra Leone goes in 6th. Kemper, season's best, winning the national title, former European bronze medalist over 200 metres. And outside her, Tanya Gaither, who may have taken some motivation from her compatriot Anthony Strawn making it through from heat 1. Gaither was a world finalist over the 200 metres twice, in London and in Doha, now at the age of 29, just about at the peak of her powers. So watch for her trying to get one of the 2nd and 3rd place finishes if Fraser-Pryce dominates, as she has done all the way through this season. The fastest woman in the world this year, the defending champion, an icon of our sport, will be far right of picture. Lane 1 not being used in these 7 heats of the women's 100 metres. Fraser-Pryce on the right in lane 2. She normally starts brilliantly. She's got out well, but so too has Guy of China. Now Fraser-Pryce coming into her running. Daryll Neita is going with her. Look at Kemper trying to come through for 3rd, and does so. Watch the clock. 10.87. Wow.
That was very relaxed. Once again, she did not get out the blocks. That's not a Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce get out. It's a controlled get out, control the race, and she shut down.
Wow. 10 point, I'm just looking to see whether that's getting rounded up or down. 10.87. Daryll Neita, therefore, would have also come home inside 11 seconds. She has. She's clapping herself because that's a season's best at 10.95. Good run as well by Kemper, because she was under a little bit of pressure from Guy out of her peripheral vision, because the Chinese runner started so well, although she faded to outside the top 4. But Guy gets out. No problem for Fraser-Pryce on the right. How good was that?
She is just very relaxed. You see, as she's coming through, she's just pulling down, nice and relaxed front side mechanics, but she's not straining. Good race for Neita. Now that's a controlled 1087. Watch her start. She works out. She's not concerned about that. She has the start. Now she's trying to work her finish. What you've been seeing her do all year is run some 200s to get some strength, because she's known to get out for 60, 65 meters. And she wants to be able to control the race after that.
100 meters semi-finals of that coming up.
That's poetry in motion, to be honest.
In Heat 2 of the women's 100 meters at the 2022 World Championships in Oregon, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce delivered yet another masterclass in sprinting, affirming her place as one of track and field's all-time greats. Her blistering performance wasn't just a display of sheer athleticism. It was a perfect fusion of technical brilliance, mental control, and decades of dominance, once again proving she was the quickest woman alive at the time. Assigned to Lane 2, Fraser-Pryce executed a race marked by supreme confidence and rhythm. Her reaction time wasn't the sharpest off the blocks, but she quickly gained ground, powering through the track with her signature clean mechanics and composed stride pattern. She crossed the line in 10.87 seconds, taking first with ease and sending a message to the rest of the field. She remained untouchable. What made her run so compelling was the impression that she was holding back, saving her absolute best for later rounds. The heat also offered insights into the form of other competitors. Daryll Neita of Great Britain recorded a season-best 10.95, a promising result that hinted at her upward trajectory among the world sprint elite. Gina Luckenkemper of Germany claimed third, finishing strong with grit and poise. Fraser-Pryce continued brilliance at this stage in her career, borders on the mythical. Since her breakout Olympic gold in 2008, she has evolved into the enduring heartbeat of women's sprinting, competing and winning against generations of challengers. Her range, sometimes extending to the 200 meters, showcases not just her explosiveness but also a strategic endurance that has prolonged her relevance. Beyond this single heat, Fraser-Pryce's 2022 campaign was historic. She clinched the 100m and 200-meter double at the World Championships, a feat that underscored her remarkable adaptability and drive. Jamaica, a sprinting superpower, completed a clean sweep in the 100-meter final, with Fraser-Pryce topping the podium ahead of teammates Elaine Thompson-Herah and Shericka Jackson. That triumph symbolized the island's continued reign and unmatched depth in sprinting talent. Looking ahead to the 2025 season, fans are bracing for a shift in the landscape. Young prodigies like Tina Clayton are beginning to make their mark, pointing to a vibrant future for the sport. Yet, the looming retirement of Fraser-Pryce casts a long shadow. She's hinted that her farewell is near, and when she steps away, the void will be immense. But her impact won't fade. Her journey has become the gold standard for excellence and perseverance in track and field. With a new chapter about to unfold, the spotlight will move between icons and newcomers alike. The indoor season promises excitement, and anticipation builds as rivalries and breakthroughs begin to shape. Still, Fraser-Pryce's legacy will echo through every race. Whether through the brilliance of her past performances or the spark she's ignited in the next wave of sprinters, her influence will endure long after the starting gun goes silent.